But that one already posted to Facebook. I had to end it. Hey, y'all,
Gotcha.
welcome back to Empowered Conversations. I'm back with Charlene Harry. We had to end that broadcast and create another one. Hence, here we are. So, Charlene, you were
Do you have a meeting? We have a meeting within 20 minutes. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
so we are back, and Charlene, you were in the middle of saying something so incredibly profound. Do you remember what it was?
Can you? I'm so sorry. Can you give me a minute?
Yes.
Um, I'm trying to remember what we were talking about
Oh
myself.
my god, yeah, we were talking about energy and vibration. Oh, and I'd given the example about a girlfriend who reached out, who was having an intuition about a guy, and I'm like, "Okay." She wanted me to meet him, and then I'm like, "Okay, let's do this." And then nothing for 2 months, and then next thing you know, she's texting me 2 days ago, "Asshole, loser." And I'm like, "You knew something, which is why you reached out." Something your red flag was a flying. And basically, I was saying that we get what we expect. And if you think, oh, this is going to be somebody else who's going to be doing me wrong in this situation or doing me wrong in that situation, you're going to get that. And we were talking about where energy flows and
Yeah,
attention goes, energy flows. There, that's what we were talking about. And you were saying something so incredible.
exactly. And the thing that I like about what you were saying to your friend is it's so important, again, to go back to that intuition. And that's where the clarity comes in again. It's like you knew, but you wasn't certain. And so that's what I'm talking about when I talk about the clarity, is because you knew you were given some kind of intuition that said, wait a minute, hold on, let me think about this. And that's what we have to build that relationship with. We are cultivating all these external relationships, but we're not really cultivating our own internal relationship. I mean, I know everyone has grown up with a parent, has told you to do this and told you to do that. But at the end of the day, we need to learn how to come back to what it is that we want to do. They're there to help us along the way. But at some point, we have to learn to hear our own voice. And I can tell you that I've struggled with that myself. It was like, well, how do I know? Or maybe I need to call Stephanie, and maybe I need to call Charlene because I'm not certain. Why aren't you certain? Because we haven't built that relationship with our own inner voice to know the one that wants the best for us will never lead us astray. But we have to be able to hear the difference between what he's saying, right? Because he was a jerk, right? And that's an external voice. So again, it's how do I identify my voice in all these other voices? And it is a learned skill, in my opinion. It is not something that you just wake up one day and, I know this is my voice, because at the end of the day, we all came, in my opinion, Stephanie, from a spiritual place. And we're in a physical form. And we're trying in this physical form to remember the purpose of that spiritual existence in the physical form. So, how do you do that? You got to start that spiritual walk or conversation with yourself to know that I am in this body, yes, but I also am this spirit. What is this spirit trying to guide me to do?
Absolutely. 100%. I love what you just said. Building, that's a perfect way to put it. Building that relationship with ourselves so we trust ourselves. So when an intuition is happening about someone or something, we're going, ooh, ooh, ding, 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 dings, tapping me on the shoulder. This might not be the best avenue. And again, you get what you expect. So, and I get we all have experiences. So there are previous experiences, and I know some of her previous experiences that teach her that in her reality, in her lived experience, that the men that she's had in her life have been, not all, have been assholes. That's so if you want to create a new reality and you want to attract a man who's not an asshole, then you have to do that inner work so you vibrate at that which is going to, because again, like you said, we're these spiritual beings inside these physical bodies. We came here to learn a lesson. It's not to say, that previous experiences didn't give you some form of a mindset, but that mindset can be changed. And it's up to you to take personal responsibility to change that mindset so that you create different experiences. So all of a sudden, wow, Stephanie, I went on the most amazing date with this guy, and I can't wait. Instead of, Stephanie, I want you to meet him. See what you think. Instead of, oh my God, I can't wait for you to meet him. He's so amazing. He's so awesome. And we're, and you would just love him, Stephanie. You know what I'm saying? So then the conversation and the dialect becomes completely different, like a fish flop out of water.
Absolutely. It's one of those things that I can honestly say that I have struggled with, that validation, that confirmation, and just understanding that you don't need to seek validation or confirmation from anyone. You can find that clarity within yourself once you learn to have that conversation. And like you said, it's a self-talk conversation, and I love that. It's a real self-discovery of who you are, because like you said, she's experienced that, so that's what she knows. But
Right.
that's not what's meant for you, and you know that, right? She knows that that's not what's meant for her.
Because if anything is possible for anything is possible for anyone. We all are, constantly creating our realities. If you want something different, you have to do something different. If so and so has this specific reality, that means it's a possibility. It's a possibility. There are infinite possibilities. We all can realize on various possibilities. We could, I could have her reality, of what she just experienced. There's infinite possibilities. It's like, what do you choose? What do I want? What do I want to feel? What type of relationship? What type of, a partnership or romantic relationship do I want to experience? Okay, well, I haven't had that in the past, but holy cow, I know it's possible because I see that happening for so and so. I see it happening for so and so. So I know it's a possibility because I'm sitting here watching it in somebody else's life.
Yes, yes, that's so true. It's like we see it and we know it to be true, but when it comes to us, it's the same thing with the complacency. It's like, oh, well, can it really be? And it must have been easy for them, or but it's a learned trait or learned thought process to say that I can connect. What I like to say, Stephanie, is the subtitle of my book, Seven Steps to Clarity, is how to co-create your life with confidence. And that co-creation part is talking about how to co-create with infinite intelligence. Okay, that's like limitless power. There's no limit to what you can be doing. There's no limit to what can be done for you. There's no pay scale that stops here. There's no ceiling to break. It's infinite. But we have to begin and build that relationship with infinite intelligence, the one that he lacks nothing. There's nothing that he can't do. There's omnipresent. He's everywhere, and we can too as spiritual beings. I think of it like this, you're on the East Coast and I'm in Texas, right? But we still are connected. You understand? Through this conversation. And that's, electronically, the vibration is going out or what have you, but we can be connected without actually physically being there. And it's the same with the infinite intelligence. That power source is so powerful that it doesn't have to be right in front of your eyes. And a lot of times we see things with our eyes. We're like, well, that's just the way it is. That's just the way that
Right.
it has to be.
Right.
But again, if the internal voice is telling you it doesn't, you really need to learn how to trust that and build that relationship to strengthen the power to connect to that infinite intelligence, to connect to that limitless abundance that is open for you. It is all starts with your thoughts. And unfortunately, there are so many people trying to get into your head or tell you this is what you should do, that it can get buried at times for you to say, okay, no, this is the true voice. This is my true source of inspiration. This is my true power. And that's the whole conversation about being empowered. How do you stay empowered? How do you stay knowing that? And for me, it's constantly having that conversation with the infinite intelligence. It's constantly talking to myself and saying, what is it that you really want? Like really having that self-discovery, which is why I'm a fan of people who want to go through that process of self-discovery. It's like it's applause all around. Even if you're just listening to this, that's a part of the self-discovery. But when you dive deep and continue it, man, will the doors just open up for you, like you said, on the neurons, on what is possible.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, and think about even just the title of your book, even the like stop, you know, stop settling. So it's not even about settling for what's going on out here because you're settling for what's going on out here because you're settling for what is possible here. Like you just said a while ago, like, that it is, that's how it is. This is my experience. This is how it is. This is how it is. That is settling. That is
Yes,
settling. That is settling when you, like you said, there's infinite intelligence, there's infinite possibilities. If it's a possibility for one person, it's a because it exists. Have you ever seen the documentary What the Bleep Do We Know?
no, I'll have to check that out. A documentary.
Like what the bleep, like what the fuck, what the bleep, but it's what the bleep do we know? And one of the most
Yeah,
profound statements in the very beginning is in a world of infinite possibilities, why do we keep recreating the same relationships? Why do we keep recreating the same experiences, the same jobs, the same experiences? Because in a world of infinite possibilities, because we're in a paradigm of thought, and that if you
yeah,
allow yourself to stay in that paradigm of thought, then that's settling. Get her book, y'all.
yeah,
Stop settling.
yeah. Yes,
I
yes.
love it. I love it.
I'm so excited to connect with you. And that's the thing. It's like people need to learn how to connect with other energies. It when you can connect with other energies, that also helps with the clarity, because when I was in that toxic environment, it was just really hard for me to see clearly. It was hard. But now that I'm not, it's easier for me to attract, like I said, the people that are thinking like me, the thought leaders, the people who want to make a change in the world for the better, because at the end of the day, the grass can't do it. We were here to protect the grass. It has to be the people that he created to come together with an energy that is so powerful. I always love this story of the walls of Jericho. I don't know if you know that story in the Bible where there's a people who will walk around the walls, and as they walk around, I think it's like 7 times, and they're chanting or they're singing whatever they're saying, the walls fall down from their energy. A
Oh,
wall falls
oh,
down.
and that's metaphor for so much. Their
Yes,
intention, their energy is bringing those
yes,
walls down.
yes. Love
Yes.
that. Love that so much.
Yeah. Charlene has been such an incredible, amazing, awesome, riveting, elatedly exciting, huge pot of energy, y'all. I know we've
Yes,
got two broadcasts. We had to stop the first one and we had to reconvene on a new one. But my God, it has been such an amazing pleasure having you here, Charlene. And we need to keep in touch. And you never know. Like we can collaborate. Like your
absolutely.
energy is like rocket ship. You know, I love it, and we need to collaborate. And I'm working with a few others on like a type of retreat collaboration where we're coming to the world and boom,
Yes,
and together collaborating together with the
breaking down,
amazing amount of, and yeah, girl, yes.
just
And
breaking it down.
thank you for those who had joined the earlier broadcast, and for those we have had a few join this second broadcast. Thank you so much for being here, for your comments. Thank you, Grace. If she's over in Nigeria, she's across the doggone world. She was here. I love
Hey,
her.
Grace.
Yes, God, she's amazing. She's a powerhouse. Like she's amazing. She's one of the people I'm collaborating with. But
Yes.
yeah, it's thank you so much for being here, Charlene. And yeah, so you stay right here. I'm just gonna say bye. Bye to everybody. Wave. Bye everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Till next week. Hey, get her book. Get her book. And the links to get, okay, so this was a separate broadcast because the other one went wonky, but all of her information is her website and how to work with her, how to get a hold of her, how to get her book, how to, read her book is all there. But she will also come back and put the link under all the broadcasts and comments so you can get a hold of Charlene. She is fabulous.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Hold on. You stay right here. Bye, everybody.